Hey guys, also welcome to another video of mine. It's Come On Double A, and this is another Transfer Daily video, and a lot to discuss. A lot of news, important news regarding Chelsea that I want to keep you guys up, informed and up to date. Obviously, I didn't do the video yesterday. Apologies, there wasn't really much to report, but also I was busy. But today there has been a lot of news, especially this morning. And yeah, so the two stories I will be talking about is Erik Ten Hag, the manager of Ajax, going to be giving some good information on that, and my thoughts, opinions on him as a manager and him potentially taking over Chelsea. And also the CAS have released another statement regarding the Chelsea appeal. So I'll begin to that first of all. But before I do get into it, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you're new around here, and comment down below your thoughts, opinions. I always want to hear what you guys think. Always good to interact with you as well. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, the first story, obviously CAS. Now, I did make a video around last week, a few days ago, stating that Chelsea have officially filed an appeal to CAS. So basically, the Court of Arbitration of Sport can review our cases and potentially either overturn it, which is really unlikely, or reduce the ban to reduce the 2-year ban to only 1 year, so only banned in January. Or if so, we're only banned now so we can sign in January. So that was the ideology behind the thinking, and that's why we've actually filed an appeal to CAS. Now, I did state that along with the appeal, we did not actually request to get our appeal frozen. But I did state in the video that CAS could freeze themselves if they wanted to. Now today, Matt Law tweeted, Matt Law, Nizar Cancelo, these two are extremely reliable. You may have heard of them. Matt Law writes for Telegraph, but he's got connections within Chelsea, so he's extremely reliable. He said that as far as he knows within his sources, basically, CAS will not be freezing our decision, our transfer ban. They will not be freezing it. They said that Chelsea wants it frozen. They have to give a special request for it to be frozen. They released a statement. They said they will not be freezing themselves. They will be reviewing the cases, but if Chelsea wants it frozen, they have to specifically request CAS to freeze it. And as far as I'm making this video, Chelsea have not filed a request to basically freeze the ban. We've only filed an appeal so they can review it, but we haven't actually told them to freeze it. So the release statement stating that as it stands, the FIFA ban remains in force. As it stands, we are banned to sign players, and it's looking extremely likely, 95%, that we will not be signing players. Now, I do have a theory that I'll be mentioning in a minute, but with all these links and rumours, you can at the moment put it to bed because we still have a ban. The FIFA decision still remains in force, like I said, and Matt Law and Nizar Cancelo, they have reported that obviously CAS said they will not be freezing themselves, and that Chelsea have to put in a special request for CAS to freeze it, but at the moment they're only reviewing cases. So hopefully, best case scenario, they reduce the ban to 1 window. But the main theory as to why we haven't actually frozen it is for 2 reasons, in my opinion. Now, the first reason is obviously the manager. We have no clue who the next manager is going to be. Maurizio Sarri to leave for Juventus is pretty much imminent. We're not sure who will be the next manager. It's looking likely it's going to be Frank Lampard. Could be Ten Hag. I'll be mentioning him in a bit later in the video. Jose Mourinho, etc. So there are many candidates, but as far as we know right now, we have no clue as who is going to be the manager at this current moment in time. And that's the main issue as to why we haven't frozen it. But also, I do believe that a lot of top targets that we did want we do believe they're not going to be available. Like, for example, Luka Jovic has already gone to Real Madrid. He was a top target. Nicolas Pepe is being heavily scouted by Bayern Munich and Liverpool. He looks like he's going to be going. He was another top target of ours. Alex Telles, he will be leaving the summer. And it's got to a point where we're not sure when we're going to be able to get it frozen, and we might have a limited time that there's no point even trying to get players because we'll probably overpay them because clubs know it's our last window before a ban, so they'll overcharge. And we're probably not going to get our top targets. So are you going to really want to be overpaying for second, third choices when you can go, hang on a minute, let's spend the season, integrate the youth, develop the youth, and next season plan and scout and get ready for the summer of 2020 to really bolster the squad, to really chase the first choice targets, the world-class targets, etc., rather than overpaying for average players this window. And I think it's completely logical. But also, I do believe that Chelsea are waiting for their next manager. Like I said, if it is going to be Frank Lampard, once the confirmation is done, remember the international transfer window opens on the 1st of July. So the transfer window hasn't even opened yet internationally. What Chelsea do believe is once they do get their manager, they get their manager confirmed that Sarri does leave for Juventus, then they can have a talk with the manager, they can have meetings, etc., to discuss whether the new manager wants the ban to be frozen. If they want the ban to be frozen, Chelsea will then request the CAS to freeze the ban, and they'll get, maybe a month to do business, and they'll get the players that the new manager wants, and so he will be able to achieve his targets. However, if the manager does not want the ban frozen, is happy for, to use the youth for the following season, then get his top targets, then Chelsea will just leave it as it is. We will be banned this summer, and we'll move on for next summer. So that's my two theories. That's why I do believe that, we don't know what's going on right now. But like I said, Matt Law has reported that CAS have released a statement stating that as at this moment current time, FIFA's ban is still in force, and that Chelsea cannot sign players at this moment in time, as we haven't requested specifically to freeze the ban, and CAS will not be freezing themselves. They're just reviewing the cases. So whether that's good news or bad news, I will give my opinions, but I want to hear what you guys think. Do you think this is good news? Do you think that this season is a time to really utilise the youth and utilise a world-class academy that we've never really used properly? We've wasted so much talent. Is this the year we can finally use them? Or did you believe that not having Hazard on the transfer ban is going to be detrimental to our season, and that we really needed to sign some players, whether it was Coutinho or Pepe, etc.? Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. But in my personal opinion, I think that if I was me, I would take the ban now. I'll take the hit now. We have some top players on loan in the youth academy. Reece James, of course, he is linked in long term. We've got Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Hudson-Odoi, Christensen. We've got Mason Mount, etc. We have top players out on loan where they're ready to go into a squad, and they can really show us what they can do and finally utilise our academy that we've never done before. And I think that this season is the perfect opportunity to do it. And I do believe that even if we do freeze it, most of our top targets are gone. I do believe the next season we can scout, we can plan ahead, we can scout early, plan early, make sure we get the right targets, the top choices, make sure we get the world-class targets and have a top window. So the following season we can really bolster and see where we go from there, see where we can challenge, whether we can challenge for the title, etc. But I do believe that we should take the hit this season and really, focus on developing the youth. But that's just personally my opinion. Everyone's not going to have the same opinion as me. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. You guys might have a different opinion. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. So, yeah, I want to hear what you guys think. But the second part of the video I want to talk about is Erik Ten Hag, the manager of Ajax. Now, really interesting to hear now, and Nizar Kinsella as well did report that Chelsea still haven't made a decision on who they want as manager. Frank Lampard is a top candidate. He's the first choice at this moment in time, and they are having meetings and discussions with Frank Lampard. But remember, dealing with Derby, obviously, etc., that's going to take a while, and it's not going to be easy to deal with him. But also the reason why there's a hold up with the Sarri thing to Juventus is obviously Chelsea do not want to let Sarri go without confirming their replacement. They want to ensure that their replacement is, basically ready for Sarri once he does leave. So that's why Chelsea haven't announced his departure yet. But like I said, Frank Lampard is a top candidate. But Erik Ten Hag, reports came out today and yesterday, Daily Mirror, Daily Mail, and also Nizar Kinsella, who's obviously connected to the club, like I reported. He's a top candidate from Chelsea as well, and he's really, really considered. The three names that are mentioned are Frank Lampard, Erik Ten Hag, and Jose Mourinho. Those are the three names that are mentioned at this moment in time. And now the thing with Erik Ten Hag is that Chelsea really want him because obviously he's done a fantastic, splendid job at Ajax. They really want him to manage Chelsea. But apparently Erik Ten Hag is he's very wary of Chelsea because obviously of a transfer ban. He's not sure if it's the right club for him at this moment in time. Obviously he's a very promising manager. For me, he would be my first choice. So much experience at Ajax, Champions League level. In the league as well, and what he's done this season with Ajax, he promotes the youth, he plays good attacking football, he plays exactly how Pep Guardiola and Sarri plays, and I think that's where that's the direction we should be heading. We should continue this philosophy from where we left off with Sarri. We shouldn't be going back to defensive football, and I think that this is the way forward. This is where I do believe that Erik Ten Hag is a correct appointment. Like I say, he plays really good expansive attacking football. He promotes the youth as well. I think it's a win-win situation. The only issue is he's not sure whether to come. Obviously, we have a transfer ban, but if you can convince him to come, I think it's perfect. We have a new board now. Petr Cech will be good, being confirmed as technical director. We've got Drogba coming back, Makaleli potentially coming back as well, and the board is going to get a huge shake-up, more footballing ideas, footballing brains in the board, making the correct footballing decision. I think that we are moving into a new era of Chelsea now, using the legends and moving into a more, Bayern Munich style model. I think Erik Ten Hag is a perfect appointment. Frank Lampard also plays really good attacking football. Chelsea through and through, Chelsea legend, obviously our top goal scorer. But I do believe the inexperience is going to be an issue. So therefore, Erik Ten Hag is my first choice. But a lot of reports and publications are reporting that Erik Ten Hag is a top candidate for the Chelsea job. and that Nizar Kinsella and Matt Law said that Chelsea haven't made their mind up yet and that Erik Ten Hag is highly considered for the Chelsea job. But that is a report. I would love him at Chelsea. That's just my personal opinion. But leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel if you're new around here, and I'll see you guys for my next video. Peace.